Three, two, one. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you're at in the US and around the world. Thanks for joining us. And remember, don't forget, do us a favor, go to YouTube, hit the big subscribe button. What channel on YouTube? Peter Caliendo. Hit that subscribe button. That's all we ask. Help us out, get the show out. We got over 100 shows already on there. And remember, the audio goes on baseballoutsidethebox.com, which is the podcast. We've had that podcast for 3 years. Welcome, everybody, on Facebook. If you have any questions, type them in the comments section. Hey, we are taking you all over the world because this is a global game, over 130 countries and counting. It keeps going. It's a fascinating game that people love all over the world. And I got to tell you, this is an up and upcoming country when it comes to baseball. We're taking you to Pakistan. Unbelievable. Now, you think Pakistan, you think cricket. Yeah, but they were in the World Baseball Classic in the qualifier. I'll tell you what, I've seen every game they played in the qualifier. Very impressed with what they could do at that time. Even undermanned, didn't have all their players. No excuses, but they really played well. They're developing. And we have with us tonight, or today, or in the morning, whatever, wherever you are, the president of Pakistan Federation Baseball, a good friend. First of all, I've known his dad, rest in peace, a great guy. He got baseball going, loved the guy. He was always so helpful and a pleasure to be with all the time. Always talk to you, and his son is the same way. Let me welcome Syed Shah. Syed, how you doing, my friend?
I'm fine. Thank you for inviting me.
It's great to have you. And, you know, like I said, I saw, you know, Pakistan play in the World Baseball Classic in New York at the qualifier, but also follow you on all over social media, watch what you guys are doing all the time. And what I want to do is kind of go back a little bit. Let's take us back to with your dad first, because I want to, reference your dad and what he's done for Pakistan baseball. And then take us how you got into baseball a little bit. So let's go back a little bit in history.
Okay, that's good. In 1992, my father introduced baseball in Pakistan, and the concept come in his mind because of Olympic. When he heard that baseball will be an Olympic game, so he thought, why not this Olympic game should be in Pakistan? So in 1992, he made a plan and he organized a big event called First National Baseball Championship. And that time, Pakistan had only one television, national television known as PTV, Pakistan Television. So what happened, what he did, all the matches was live in Pakistan, and everybody who never heard about baseball, they watched the game. And that's the basic thing. He started the way, and the baseball started promoting from that point. And after that, what happened, he have many kind of problems start coming to promote baseball, because there's no baseball equipment, there's no baseball ground, there's no coaching, people have no idea what's going on. I still remember one thing, because we were learning from the books, rules books. And what happened, that time Facebook was not that popular, there was no video calling that time. So it was not easy to get everything together, what's going on in America, and we have to have same game and rules in Pakistan. I remember that time, 1992, I was 7 years old. I was doing a commentary because I was with my father that time, and I was helping him becoming a commentator, what's strike one, ball one, to introduce everybody. So I will remember there's the word tag out, when you have to catch the ball and you have to tag the player while he's running. So people get confused sometimes. They pick the ball and throw the ball to the player, and players hit it and say, "Oh, we tag it, it's out." So the reason I'm telling you, it was a big step from my father. Everybody, he invited all sports person and personality in his meeting room for a conference, and asked them, I'm going to organize a baseball championship. I'm going to introduce baseball in Pakistan. You are my friend. You know me from last 20 years. I'm in sports. He was also in charge of sports department in the city. So he know all the different city people, the state who running the sports federation, soccer field, athletics. So he know everyone who is related to sports. So he invited everyone, more than 100 people, the one who were in charge of universities, colleges, any clubs, everyone was there. And he said, I'm going to introduce this because in 1992, baseball going to be Olympic game. Are you guys going to help me?
Wow.
And everyone replied him, Mr. Shah, are you crazy? We have no sponsor. We have no baseball field over here. We have no foreign coaches here to help you right now. And you see, you can do it. He said, "Believe me, we can do it." So he gets some videos of Major League Baseball matches, the old videos. And that time, I remember we have no CD players. We have the VCR, if you remember. VCR, yeah, we have a small tapes. We get it
Yep.
from USA. It was Yankee match. So I was there. We display it, and people, we introduce them with the how the base. What is baseball? The reason people get attractive in Pakistan because of cricket.
Yes, I was going to ask you that.
Yeah. So that's then the things gone on, and Pakistan become start playing in Asian Championship and in the youth, because I spent some time in USA, and when I came back from there, I told my father, without developing youth, we will never get a good ranking. When I see major league people, I was surprised. I said, no, we can't. What my father was doing when he started, he invite all cricket players and make some teams, give them 2 month training and equipment.
Hmm.
Obviously, Pakistani players, because they are used to swing the bat and throw the ball, so
Mm-hmm.
they easily develop the momentum to play baseball.
Syed,
Even,
question,
yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go
question,
ahead.
because I want to get into cricket also,
Go
but
ahead.
question interesting because when your dad introduced the sport, like you said, it's not an easy sport to understand right away. I remember Beijing when we did the Olympics. We had to educate the Chinese in the game because what would happen is they get a foul ball and they'd all be clapping,
Yeah.
because they weren't sure what the foul ball was. They thought it was good. But interesting, when he introduced the sport, the young kids, did they like it right away or did it take some time?
They love it. I'm not saying
Nice.
they like it. The reason is people in Pakistan and in South Asia, when somebody throw the ball and somebody want to hit it, we love that
Yeah.
because it's like a cricket way. And in cricket, if anybody throw the ball without the bounce, like direct, like a pitch, they love to hit hard. And the home run thing, people fall in love with this game.
Mm.
Everybody knew it's baseball and how they say, oh, there is a stick and a ball. They play, it's very good game. They don't know even it's called baseball.
And you get to use the glove where in cricket there's no glove and the ball's hard,
Yes, yes, yes.
right? So
So
now I
yeah,
get a glove.
yeah. Now, but one good thing happened. Why people were not scared to play this game, even it's a hard ball in it. The reason is the cricket they don't use glove.
Right.
So, and sometimes when they're having a glove, they are not used to it. When the ball is going to center deep fielding or right deep fielder, what they do because they are new and they was playing cricket. When the ball come nearby, they throw the glove and catch the beer handed. So we told them, no, you have to get used to it. And now, after 92 and 2000, people in cricket world, in the cricket national team and other cricket events, people are using baseball glove to make their throw perfect. So the
Ah.
people who are good cricketer, they are using baseball techniques.
Now,
And
but is it a challenge because you're trying to get, your dad was trying to get baseball players, but yet kids were playing cricket also. So was it a challenge to get them to play baseball because they were playing cricket?
yes, it's a big challenge. The reason is United Kingdom is paying players to play in their leagues from
Mm.
Pakistan. Pakistan players who play cricket play 5 matches, county matches. They get the visa to United Kingdom and they're getting good money from there. So the players like the game, but they are getting some source of income too. But in Pakistan, it's gonna take some time as we get any player to get into minor league, then a major league maybe after 4 years, 8 years. Then Pakistani people have a concept. Oh, In England, we are getting, for example, $3,000. Let's go to play baseball. We can get $10,000 a month. So, but we have a talent. So this is the big hurdle we have because our players are getting now scholarship in universities,
Mm.
in colleges. That's why the momentum getting strong. And the reason is about the youth. I involved the youth in baseball. In 2013, I took the baseball under 12 team in World Cup in Chinese Taipei, and we played first time, and we played very good. And luckily, just the last under 15 Asian Championship, Pakistan get one award, most leading hitter,
Mm. Wow.
while the presence of Japan, Chinese Taipei players, and Korean player, and we get the award in that time. And again, in 2018, under 12 Asian Championship, we play our opening match against Korea, and
Mm.
that is online. We play very good. The point is because when I met you guys in
New York.
2016 Brooklyn, New York, so I get a concept from you that Mr. Shah worked on the basic and the youth player. So I was working on the youth, but then I get more involved in it by having the best coach for the youth team, having the
Mm-hmm.
best equipment for the youth team. And what I uh, did the area called Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and the city over there, Khyber Agency, we call it FATA. And Mr. Shah went over there and put that news that any person who throw good and swing good, I will pick top 20 players and give them food, place, and education in Lahore head office. So 200 players show up on that area. We have that in news, and we give the uniform to them and pick 20 players, bring them to Lahore in our head office. And Mr. Shah, while he was alive, he gave them food, uniform, education, and everything, and the everyday training. The first event they went to was in Japan. I think it was 14 Asian Championship. In that Asian is in Japan, and what happened? Oh, Japan won the championship, and the only country who did one run against Japan was Pakistan.
Wow.
And that first event, when we picked these guys and working on them, first the Asian Championship they give the award like first baseman, best pitcher. So the first baseman award, we Pakistani guy get that award, and that guy from FATA. And the main thing the reason I'm telling you this right now, and that guy never played baseball before. And
Wow.
he was not used to throw the ball and catch the ball. But just
Cricket?
in
No cricket?
no cricket either.
Wow.
The thing is, I'm telling you, is it's mean if Pakistan have good scouting, good academies, I feel we have the people who can join minor league because the sources I have is minor. I have minor source. What I'm doing in, I'm contacting you or somebody else. Anybody have a used equipment? I ship it. They send me from UPS, US. So I'm doing this. But if we have a genuine academy, like if we make any one big academy over there and train people the way you teach the coaches and the best coaches I have it, I feel in next 4 years, Pakistan have many players age 17 to 21, they can join minor leagues minimum.
Awesome. You know, interesting you said because everything starts with the youth. It's the foundation of the sport. It's where everything grows. If you do it well there, players will continue to play. They'll love the game. They'll be better. You've only been uh, working with the youth baseball for about 10 years. That's amazing. Explain the system, how it's set up in Pakistan, the leagues, you know, what ages and levels and who they play.
Uh, we are doing two things together because they know when we start, there's no system. And if we start the league, we need to have academies and the clubs over there. But it was so hard for us. What we did, we sent our best coaches to schools, the one having the grade like fifth grade to 10th grade. We
Hmm.
sent our different coaches in different school of Pakistan, in Lahore, in Gujranwala, and different area, and Multan, I want to mention it. And what we did, we give them equipment, whatever we have, we give them like for two aluminum bags, 1 dozen ball, 9 gloves, and catching glove and gear. And we spent 5 days with them. And so, and when we feel they are now good in rules and they start the practice, then we go to the other school. But in the same month, so when we developed these schools, and we did inter school national championship. The
Ah,
school who was in touch with us, we invited them, and in 2008 we did a national inter-school championship, and more than 20 school participate in it. And we play, and after that we go to first Asian under 12 championship. And the first time we was participating, and we beat Hong Kong over there. So the system I'm telling it, because we didn't have the system, we start with schools, we send them equipment, we send the best coaches. Even in few schools, I went over there because I used to play for Pakistan in 2001. So I went with the coaches, and because some schools are good in English and some are not. So I'm there to handle it, to let them know what the basics are. Then what we did after these 20 schools play, we picked the best players. We
mm,
invited them in the national camp, and then we start playing the international matches. And meanwhile, we let other schools to get involved. Then we start, why not we do intercity? We did the inter-school, then different cities,
let's see.
we make the best team and invited them.
Nice.
Okay, this,
One of the
this
things you
way,
talk
go ahead.
one of the things you talk about is, the schools. I love that school system. So to get players to come play the game or to learn the game, to see the game, you introduce it in the schools. Are there
Yes.
other ways that or things that you do that other countries can also learn from that you do to try to attract young kids to play baseball?
Yes, true, true. This is the main concept behind it, because if we invite everybody to come in this ground, and we will give you baseball training, free equipment, free drinks, they will not come that quick. So
Mm,
what we did, I met with the principals of different schools, and we write to them that we're gonna do this. Can you send your players in your own school, and we are giving them free equipment. We're gonna give them free training. They said, okay, this is the best way we feel was that time. Then Pakistan is divided into 4 big states, and Punjab is the biggest state. Then what we did, we make the province the best players from each city. We pick it and make a one team. Like for example, I'm giving example to the people who's listening. Like if it's New York team, and you are picking up best player from Queens, then one player from Brooklyn. So we did that. We make 4 teams. We play inter-province matches, a
mm,
championship. From there, we did a national championship. But luckily, the good thing, the big support we get from Pakistan Army, Pakistan Police, and
mm,
HSC, higher education. The higher education, they start baseball in their universities. So after they enter, we help them in different university by sending the coaches and the equipment. So they start the baseball and they play good. Whenever there is inter-university, the higher education is a department in Pakistan which run the Pakistan All Education Department.
mm.
And the sports they do, they have many universities, different universities come and play baseball in male and in female. So what we do, I send them technical officials. When they ask me, I send the best umpires, best officials. So they play good. But just young blood who are 17, 18, and 19, and they play university level, for me, it's easy to pick the best player from there.
Mm.
I bring them to Pakistan national camp and train them more, and whoever the best, I pick them in the national team. So this is a different way where I get the players who are 17, 18. Still, they are the one who converted from the cricket or they never played baseball before, because
Wow.
we are still in the process of developing process. So I'm
Yeah.
trying to grab wherever I see some talent, I grab the player. This we do, but we do the basic, the backbone of player we get in the Pakistan is getting is national championship. When we do a national championship, departments, the army, Pakistan army have their own team.
Hmm.
They pick the players from their own units. At the end, they call 50 players in their national camp, and from there they have a best coaches there. And the players are who are playing with baseball federation from last 15 years. They are coaching, giving a coaching them. So then electricity department, water, they have a good team. Whatever federation develop, Pakistan Army or Pakistan WAPDA give them a good scholarship, a good offer, and the player who we develop, they join them. So their team is best because they're offering best. I'm developing, and they're taking care of the player. When the player have some kind of source of income, and they're playing for the electricity, so they spend more money on their own self and they develop more because they are in professional camp then. And what happened then when they do a national championship, they play more good with the your question was
Hmm.
how they play. Like you have a league system, how they play. So national championship, the best team, what we make from four state team, one capital team, one Pakistan Army, they play together. When they play together, the weak team and strong team play together, then the best team playing together. So they have experience, and we pick the best, for example, 40 players for national camp, and then we pick the best top 24 for onwards international events. This is we're doing from last 20 years, more than like,
Wow.
well, I'm like 27 years we're doing that. Okay, so that's help us. But now we are world 27 in world ranking, and world and Asia number 5 in Asia. And you know that in Asia, the top 3 countries are top 5 countries in the world.
In the
If we
world.
beat them, it means we are world number 3 and number 4. But we are learning. So what we learn, we can become number 1. In case my under 12 player, my under 13 get training same way like American players are getting, same way the Canadian players are getting. So I am kind right now over here, and the best teams system, the U system is here. But I'm
Hmm.
trying my best slowly and slowly. Like before, I don't know the world people who love baseball. Like for example, I know you. I know other like George visited over here, George Santiago in
Yes.
2017, and I did a coaching course, and he teach everybody about the regular. So this is the
And
things I'm trying to do.
and that was going to be my question, because when we're on the show, we talk a lot about youth baseball and the development, and the most important level is the coaches. And you mentioned that several times. What kind of program? I know you had George there. The WBSC helps. What kind of program do you have internally to continuously educate coaches at especially working with the kids, so they're educating them constantly?
Yeah. Uh, what we do, especially the players who are getting old and they are playing for last 20 years with Pakistan national team in Nanjing MLB training center. Every year, whenever they have opening, I try to send more than 2 or 3 coaches in Nanjing and Rick Dell. We pay the air tickets and stuff like that, and they do that. Still, and the other way, my head coach Musaddiq Hanif, he visits you. You know him. The thing is, if any opening, like for example, when we heard that you are doing any coaching thing with the good coaches, my target is how I can send the coaches who are good with Pakistani players, but they need more professional teaching from
Mm-hmm.
professional coaches so they get trained and at least teach them good. But because we are in Pakistan, any person good coach want to visit Pakistan. See, financially as sponsor, we don't have that much big sponsors.
Right.
So what we can do, any person who said to me that I'm okay if you pay my air ticket and accommodation and food and pick and drop, I can offer that. That I'm doing from my own pocket from last 20 to
Wow.
12 years. So
Wow.
anyone say, okay, I want to come to Pakistan, I welcome him. For example, anyone like still in from your program, anyone who want to teach players, coaches for 2 3 days, 4 days, any female coach want to come, any female empire want to come, as a president from my own pocket, I can give their air ticket, their accommodation and pick and drop. If I get any sponsor, I will try to help them too. But this is the main weakness I have.
And yes, and that's an area that's so important, and that's why ISG baseball, as you know, we promote coaches all over the world. We do seminars all over the world for the weekends, and that's something we're looking at. As soon as hopefully this coronavirus is taken care of, we will be discussing. Obviously sending 2, 3 coaches to Pakistan for a weekend where all the coaches can come together and learn.
Thank you.
Another
Thank you.
suggestion I just give you, and then we'll keep going on the coaches. The ABCA, the American Baseball Coaches Association, coming up January 7th to 10th, will have a virtual convention. Now, there's 7,000 coaches that normally participate in the event. It's a 13,000 membership coaches association, largest in the world here in the U.S. They have a convention that's going to be virtual now and very inexpensive. It's like $75 for a membership, $90 for the convention. And they might be working out a package for countries. So we will put you in touch with our good friends and sponsors of the ABCA. So that way your coaches can go online and be part of the convention and see. And it's not just, education at the high level, but also at the youth levels, different levels. Most importantly, how do your coaches during the COVID times, how are they individually, how are they trying to get better?
The thing is, how they follow, for example, they like you're putting some videos in your Facebook, they follow it.
Yeah.
Mostly who my coaches are your friend in your friend list. If you see my FATA coaches, they are in your friend list. My coaches from Pakistan national team, they are in a friend list. Other than that, they keep like going for YouTube channels and doing that. And other than that, because they are playing for last 20 years, whatever they know, they are giving the lectures and training to their under 12, under 15 teams. But of course, as the time passing, the best coaching staff need to be a best technique and coaching the latest things.
Yes.
The reason we're gonna lose now is we are far away from the modern technology of baseball. There are many things that I was watching you and there's certain your lecture about the sounds and stuff, and like we are far away from there. But we will get into by how the way now my players, they are following you, my coaches are following you, but still it's not an easy thing. My coaches are not the best coaches, but they have ability to learn. They are very nice. They are playing baseball, they are teaching baseball from heart. Anyone who play baseball, they are not, the source of income in baseball for the coaches is zero.
Right.
So just imagine the one who is paying attention, spending time in baseball means they love the game. That's why they are with us or they are teaching the baseball. They are not getting a penny for teaching baseball.
And Syed, that's what I love about baseball worldwide. And we have volunteers that have passion in the US also. But when you do it for the love of the game, you're running a practice for young kids, you're trying to do your best, and sometimes they become the best coaches because they don't have a lot of equipment, so they have to figure out, how can I make it fun with only some baseballs, catcher's equipment, a few bats? How can I make it fun? How can I keep it moving, make it interesting? So I think that you guys are in the right track. You've got a great game plan. But I do want to go in one other direction also.
Okay.
I believe everybody's seen the movie $1 Million Arm. I was going to bring that up, and I bring it up because, common thing would be, well, in Pakistan, kids would be really good at throwing and hitting because of cricket. Are there other things they're really good at? And what are some of the things that's a challenge for young kids when it comes to baseball? What's difficult for them?
Your first question, I want to answer the $1 million arm thing. I really love that to do that, and it's my passion. And
Yeah.
my father really wanted to do that thing too. The problem was we can't commit $1 million. We have finance issue.
Yes. You're
Number
lucky to have
one.
$1 million.
Okay, no, okay, no. The second thing, we need to get some kind of NGO or some kind of promotion baseball people or some kind of company who want to make money. The reason I'm telling that is because I have very strong media friend in Pakistan.
Mm.
I have best friend. They can the reason I want to put again I forgot about because of Pakistan media, baseball is surviving in life because they support it. So if we get, of course, I want to add again about cricket. Pakistan produced one of the fastest bowler in cricket named Shoaib Akhtar, and Pakistan produced the one of the hard hitter Shahid Afridi from Pakistan in cricket. So it's mean in the cricket world, Pakistan introduce and keep producing fastest person who throw the ball and the person whose power is so strong to swing the bat.
Mm.
So it's mean that anyone who don't play cricket or baseball, they are genetically strong. How we can do? I really want if anyone popped in and want to do any joint venture with Pakistan in $1 million arm, I'm ready to, like, for example, put some cash in it and cash prize. And of course, if we go different city, the media will come and we will find the best player. What I need, a professional person who can have a good speed gun that the whole world can see. We can put that in YouTube channel. I'm
I'm
giving example
coming.
like,
I'm
yeah, for
coming.
example, yes, like,
I'm
for example,
coming.
that's what I'm saying. It. Yeah,
I'm
if you come,
I'm gonna book the flight.
yeah, I'm just giving example. That's gonna be great. Like if you come, what I'm gonna do for 1 month, like it depends on your trip. I can make it short. If you want to stay 10 days, I will pick maybe 7 best cities and we give them the shirts with the logo of the sponsors. So we can cover everything. So we can give them cash too. So anyone who throw more than 80 and their age is like 15, 16, we can welcome them. Like you can make the things like any like top 10 players we can put in Pakistan camp, and the top players you selected who's so good, I'm ready to put in Pakistan national team, and we can give them cash.
Mm.
Then if we pick 20, we have to find is there any training center in USA, they are willing to welcome that top 10 players. We will try to find the sponsor, their air tickets, and their food. But I bet you, if we do in Pakistan, MLB and the World Baseball gonna have some good result.
Oh,
That's for sure.
absolutely, absolutely. And Syed, a good friend of mine, Bill Sandillo, says, "Let's call it the $1 million hitter." There we go.
Yes,
Looking for that hitter.
yes,
Um,
that's gonna be a great idea. His idea is very good.
It is, and another thing that I know there's a great need for this, but there's a great need in lots of countries with this, and I know a lot of organizations are trying to help. But equipment is so important. So we're going to put in our show notes how to contact you if people want to ship equipment to you.
Yeah,
But
thank
there's so
you.
many countries that are in need of that. Talk about the equipment aspect, how important that is to you.
It's the heart in the body. It's like it's so it's we can't breathe. For example, if we don't have a good equipment, the reason is if we want to attract the youth players who have talent, if I'm giving them an old glove, a rusty glove, a bat, aluminum bat, which is not is too old, even they are playing, but to get them attract the youth, we need to get attraction in the youth and baseball. We have to give them a visit from you, our good coaches and good equipment. Bat and glove is the main requirement we have. If I have it, I believe we're gonna have a wonderful talent coming to the world.
All right, we're going to put all that on show notes, everybody, how to contact Syed. Also, baseball is not it's a game sometimes where you fail more than you succeed. That has to be a challenge with young kids, but does cricket help with that also because they're used to that?
It's very important question that Pakistan nation need to know. Not the baseball world, the Pakistan nation need to know. If they knew that, they will start playing baseball. Just imagine Pakistani, for example, I'm giving example, 100,000 people are playing cricket to give the trial to select it in the national team, and the only 16 player get selected.
Mm.
And how many people came to give a trial? 100,000. Same way in Pakistan, they are coming, for example, 1,000 players, and their heart get broken. And we see many news about the people who play cricket, their heart get broken, and they are joining baseball. So if I give a good platform in baseball, people who are playing cricket and they are good, talented, 16, they now make the spot in the top 16, but they're gonna be best in baseball because we know that
Mm-hmm.
they will start playing baseball. This is the people are getting. I get many stories. They buy cricket equipment. They throw that because there is a favorism in it in different teams. In Pakistan, the main thing we are successful. There is no favorism.
Mm.
Any player who pick, I went to the trial in the national camp in the youth team. I'm always there. I will prefer whoever playing best. I don't care his color, race, whatever he is. His parents not given permission. I went to their parents' home and I
Wow.
request them, trust me, give them a chance. Your player is a good player. And I'm happy that last time I did that, and the guy get the most home runner award in Asian Championship in China on August last year. Most home runner award. The guy where I talk to their parents and bring them in my national team under 15, and he did his home run was good. Like what? Just imagine, Japanese players, Korean, everybody there, and they did that. So if I get little bit support from professional people like you, we can have a big change in Pakistan. The people who are for 10,000, 10, 100, like for example, I'm saying the majorities, if you go to Google, everyone playing cricket. Everyone, single player. I was 5 years, 10 years, they're playing cricket and they love it. In Pakistan, there's more than 1,000 cricket grounds. The government gave that.
Wow.
In Pakistan, there is no baseball ground that government give. Just imagine, same way, there is clubs, cricket clubs, not more than, I think, 3,000 clubs or 5,000 clubs. So every club have 50 players in it or 30 players in it. So they have quantity. And every players are getting rested over there. If they find out, if they play baseball and they can go to join major league, minor leagues, triple A, there will be many talented players will be coming to USA or good leagues from Pakistan. But we need to develop we need to develop that thing to attract them. How we can do that? Like $1 million hitter, a home runner, or something, a show. We need to find what kind of people gonna be here and how we can promote them. Pakistan is ready to promote all kind of equipment companies. People who have benefit from baseball, they are welcome over here. Anything they want to do, we can do that. The sports shirts is famous from Salcott. Pakistan is best in cotton. They are still giving some major league teams uniform from Pakistan, but rest of people don't know about it. So they visit Pakistan. I will let them visit Salcott. They can see the equipment, the uniforms stuff there. I just want people to get involved with Pakistan. They can, what I can do to give them benefit, I'm ready for it. What we need, We need a good equipment, sponsor, stuff like that. Are any company willing to pay my coaches the air ticket? They are welcome.
And
Eh,
here's a suggestion I think that would really do well. And you may have done this already in some ways. You know, especially at the grassroots level in the US, it's very important we educate three people. We educate the player, the coach, and the parent, understanding the game, because that could be a coach, or they could play catch with their kids and, you know, hit them ground balls or help them a little bit. A great program in BC Baseball Vancouver we've done for about 10 years. I've been honored to be part of that. They travel around the region in different cities, and they invite players, parents, and coaches to come out. And as you know, it's a fun time. They get to hit, they get to field, they get to throw. The coaches work with them a little bit, but it's a lot of fun, and it introduces the sport. Maybe we can get a company to jump on that bandwagon as a sponsor, because now you can go around the country promoting the game to all three of those people. I think that'd be a fascinating area to look into. Um,
yes, that's true.
let's talk, because watching the team at the World Baseball Classic at the qualifier, you know, they were doing very well. They would go 4 or 5 innings, and obviously pitching, you know, becomes an issue as you go 9 innings, and then playing every day. Talk about a little bit in the World Baseball Classic, how that went, how it helped promote the sport, and things that you needed to improve on at the Classic.
This is my main target. World Baseball Classic and Major League is mostly people dream in Pakistan. What we learn over there, first we learn it's a huge difference. The way they getting training and the way we are getting training. This is a
Mm,
huge difference. Obviously, it's open. Like we don't have a baseball stadium in Pakistan. We never play in the professional baseball field like for training for a month or two.
mm,
And all the players were like we were playing against Brazil, and we whenever the player come and we see the baseball in television, we see he's from a best some club AAA and he's Atlanta and blah and blah blah. And when we are coming, no background. Basically, he born in Pakistan,
yep.
and we train him. We bring him in New York, and the guy from England, he born in USA. His parents from UK,
Right.
and he's playing major league event. He playing against us. He's basically we're playing from United Kingdom, but we're playing a person who is spent his whole life in USA, having a best pitching machine, having the best equipment, best atmosphere, training center stuff, and who we are. We have no maple bag or ash bag. What we do, we get the wood from Pakistan in anywhere, trying to make a bag which is not in the perfect shape, and we are playing it. And I want to point one more thing in it. It's again about your video. It's about it doesn't matter if Pakistan or any person in the world have no equipment. It's all about their practice. And because of practice, we make it to World Baseball Classic. But in World Baseball Classic, if we want to go a higher way, we need to have professional coaches like you, professional technical people like you. We need to have that. Then we can compete. My job is to bring the players and then give it to the professional people, and we need to have a professional people in it so we can go to the others other step. Yes, World Baseball Classic helped us a lot. I was there. I was a manager of team. I learned a lot, and I learned from my team mistakes too. What we learned, we did have the good pitchers, but certain pitchers was not used that time. I respect the coach. We call his name was John Golding.
Hmm.
Is John Golding. First of all, I appreciate the guy came to Pakistan and spent a month or two here.
Yeah.
They need to have a big heart.
This is a great person.
Yes, and the thing is, he's a member of Christian Sports Foundation, some sports foundation, and those foundation help him, and he have the heart to come. Even his own wife stop Pakistan. Are you going to Pakistan? He said, you know, It's mean he have a religious heart. He come to, and I told them, my father told him, we will pick you up. Don't worry, everything will be fine. Don't listen to Fox News.
Yeah.
Sorry to say.
Don't listen to the
I'm
media.
sorry,
That's a good,
yeah,
that's a good thing. No media.
uh, in Pakistan, everything is fine. The capital city, Lahore, everything is fine. If you are officially invited, if you are in a good hand, everything is fine. So for my audience who's listening, Pakistan is a safe country. But just imagine if somebody want to pick some news from one corner and say somebody steal a bag, it's up to you however you want to do it. So
Syed, every country, every city has its problems. We have our
yes, yes,
problems
yes.
here in Chicago,
Yeah,
and the media overblows it many
yeah, it's
times.
true.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that can
Pakistan's.
happen.
Yeah, I agree. And a shout out to John Golding, because like I said, I saw him at the World Baseball Classic. Did a great job.
Yeah.
Even Pete Durkovic, was the pitching
Yes.
coach who played for
Yeah.
me with the Schaumburg.
Okay, what happened? I want to add that because you pop his name in. Just imagine any person. I was in New York like a few days before. He say, "I'm a pitcher. I used to be a pitcher. Can I join your team?" And I say, "Welcome." Just imagine the passion we have. Anyone want to shake hand with us, we hug them.
Yes.
We have, okay, you welcome. Okay, what we did, we take our coaches who make this team, we say, you stay home, Pakistan. Let me put this person who have more professional life in baseball, let him have with our coaches, so our pitchers, so they can learn something from me. So my target is anyone who want to do something, or anyone who have a love for baseball, I always welcome them.
Mm.
And what we learn from there, yes, the coaches are good, but they have short time. John Golding is a very good coach, but because some players' mentality, I know them, Pakistani players for 20 years. So I know this pitcher is good in front of the coach while the camp was, but his heart is big or small, that we know that. But we let John Golding to let the baseball team play the way he wants.
Mm-hmm.
What we learned next time, this time when I was here in Arizona, unfortunately because of COVID-19, the team arrived on 9 and then we have to go on 12 March back. And hopefully, inshallah, next time when we arrive, you will see the difference. What we are going to do it. I picked the quality player, and whatever our weakness was, our weakness is pitching, and now we know how fast we need to swing.
Mm-hmm.
That time we don't have the idea. We was getting practice in 83, 85 mile per hour. The one we are facing, they are 90. So we need that 5% I need to work on. How we can work on? Still, Pakistan have no pitching machine. We
Mm.
need to have a pitching machine which throw 100. Then we can compete the world. And obviously, Pakistan are very good in batting. Eyesight, we can do that. So it was plus point, some minus point, but we are doing certain things that we can do it. World Baseball Classic, we can give a good result in that I fit.
Absolutely. And I believe, after watching you guys, I believe that there's a lot of potential in Pakistan. I know MLB is going into other countries. I hope that they will also go into Pakistan even more, because I think there's a lot of potential there. You guys have very well organized, doing a great job. And I remember Pete Durkovic also throwing shorter distances to your players during batting practice, to try to get them to see that
Yeah,
faster pitch.
fast, true. And he did throw fast. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, at a shorter distance, so that way they can kind of pick up and understand how to time that. Finally, here's where I want to get to, and then finish it off with anything you like.
Okay.
The season in Pakistan, when the kids are playing, when does the season start? When does it finish? And number of games and possibly number of practices they have per week, just to
Okay.
give our friends around the world
Okay.
an idea.
Okay. Just imagine, I'm gonna repeat the thing. Pakistan have not a big league system.
Right.
We are developing our own players by putting their interest in, by giving them some facility. What I did this year, I'm opening baseball academies.
Right.
in different cities. I just started from last like 2 years, and now like day after tomorrow, I'm going Multan. The best players, the national team are from Multan, and we're gonna open the academy over there. The season, the problem is like COVID-19 upset everything.
Of course.
Okay, what we did in the COVID-19 in last 8 months, what I did, the players who were in Farah, they have like more than 100 players, age 12 to 17.
Mm.
The one who's like around 40 players like under 12, 20, 30 players under 15, and the rest like 50 players they're 17, 18. They are doing practice. I they having the best coach, the one who participated in Arizona, my national team players. They were giving a training to them. Just like 2 hours drive from there, the city name is Swabi. We're having 100 to 125 players practicing every day.
Wow. Great.
Okay, every day. So if we don't have a season, they are doing a practice every day. The Fata, the Swabi, and Lahore. We have Bahria Academy, National Academy in Bahria town. We're having our best players who are 12 years, 14 years, 15 years, who play under 12, under 15. We get them together, 20 players. We're giving them practice every day, who and giving food, place, and everything. Same way, we're gonna open in different area. I'm going in the coming 60 days. I'm opening new academies. I'm getting a local equipment I made and give it to them, and I'm gonna make at least 10 academies
Mm.
where 100 players are keep playing. So even for example, in future, any like kind of COVID-19 popped up, the people who staying over there stay over there and keep learning it. And that's the best way. Yes, what we do then. I'm planning to do what we do when the academies are playing and practicing. We're gonna do have a 10 teams from each academy. They play with each other.
Mm.
Okay, so that's we're gonna keep the for example 200-300 best players in a one spot. Then we are doing the season. We always go with weather because we have to see the school system and university system. How we do that? Every time we do after September, but this year because of COVID-19, the season is gonna be delayed. We're gonna have a national championship,
Mm.
and because schools are closed, universities are closed, parents don't want to send their players in the grounds. We are waiting for it. So other than that, if it's not COVID-19, before exam, before 2 months of exam, whenever the dates are, mostly in March, we have an exam. We prefer to do in a January, a mid of February, any youth events. If the people who are attached with school, if it's an inter-school championship, national school championship, or college championship, we do when the school are open and they're having no exam. This is the one thing we do.
Mm-hmm.
About the players who are in touch with our federation, what we do, we can do an event in summer vacation.
Ah.
So they can easily come. So we don't need the school people to send them. They come directly to us. How we do that? We make a city team, a state team. We state team, okay. Then a national championship, we have a system. The federation, I'm a president. We have 4 state province. They have a their Punjab team. Islamabad is the capital. Sindh is a state. They have a team. And how the Punjab is divided into, for example, division, like 8, for example, 15 different city,
Mm.
Punjab. So they pick the best player of the city and make a Punjab team. And we do a national championship.
Wow.
In national championship, Punjab team come, Sindh is a state, KP, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Quetta, and capital team. Then the teams, then the 3 strong teams, Pakistan Army, Wabda is Electric City, and Pakistan Police. They bring their team and everyone play together. In this event, everyone like to play the event because they know the national team will be picked by Pakistan Federation Baseball. So they show the full strong power in it.
Wow.
Okay, so next time the season, because in USA everyone following the season when the opening, closing. In Pakistan, we need to develop that system. But right now we are fighting with our own time period. So whatever the best we feel, these schools players can come and my local players come. I give the dates after asking them. Okay, okay. What I feel is Pakistan is missing. Last my thing, junior college. If I, the best players, if I know any, if the scouts are not coming to Pakistan, they want to see statics. What I learned from last 3 4 years, and if we want to send a players in any good league or college, they want to see the statics. And Pakistan players have no statics.
Mm-hmm.
What we have when we play against Japan, we play against Korea. My team did one and Korea did three. Everyone see that events that we have the statics. We get the award that we have a statics. But
Syed,
later, but
not only statistics you have from that, but a lot of those games are streamed live or even streamed later where
yes,
coaches can watch the players and see.
yes.
Nowadays, even professional teams use video and they watch live games to understand players and they can analyze them. They can, use technology to study them. So there's a lot of
Yes.
ways to do this.
So see, if but people don't know about Pakistan player, they might not Google the Pakistan team
Right.
player. That's I need to develop the sense of the other coaches and scouts that there is a talent. For example, if I have a player, I said like for example, if we find a best company who is developing players and selling them in USA or in any good teams. In Pakistan, we can give a platform where the best players we can pick by professional coaches.
Mm.
We do an agreement with the players and parents that any players who is sold by this company to any league, we are okay to do that. They have authorized. Like for example, I have a best players who's a good pitcher. He can sign to you. Okay, you are had you can sell me any price, I don't mind. The main thing is because everybody know over here in Pakistan they want to learn baseball. If you see any professional people develop our player, I think these projects belong to you. Then my target is how to launch the product. They are ready to get trained, and if any company want to Pakistan and any sponsor, any person want to come in Pakistan, I can, and they have some finance, I will put some my finance and my whatever the area I have, we can make a simple academy, pick the best players and give to this person who's spending time in Pakistan, and the parents and player give a contract with them. And if he build him good, he can, if he sent to the college, if he get a college scholarship, players can in Pakistan pay the coach his services to let him help him to go to college. So that's I want to pick. If any college people, any college coaches who are listening to us and you know them, any junior college, we have a good players. There are around 30 to 40 players I have. The ages are 15 to 17. They are very good players. If anyone want, they are going to schools. They are in like a 11th grade, 12th grade, and they're ready to go junior college. Or we are ready. If any college want to have some fees, we are ready to try to like top 3 players. I can try to arrange some funds to let these players to join any college in the USA for baseball team, and I will pay their fees. So when they play, then the other colleges will find, oh, Pakistan have a talent. This is my
Absolutely.
idea, and go ahead.
That's a great idea, Syed. And listen, as you know, our show goes in the U.S. and around the world, but we have a lot of professional scouts, coaches, college coaches that listen to the show, and we're honored that they do because the audio goes on the podcast also. So I believe after this show, there's going to be a lot of people contacting you. I already have my good friend Bill Sandillo offering the services when you come to Arizona, but we will put everybody in touch with you.
Thank you.
Finally, and we have about a minute left. Last words about Pakistan baseball, because I know I missed something here that I should have asked you that you really wanted to say. So last words about Pakistan baseball, and then we'll close off the show.
Pakistani love baseball. and we feel after this show, people will love that you are with me live. And this help them to sport my players who are loving baseball. Everyone like to have New York Yankees, Chicago Cubs hat and stuff. They love baseball. And I think from this program, they will follow you more and they follow the world baseball. And what I'm telling you as a baseball president, I'm also a player of baseball. What we don't have when I was learning, I'm trying to give the best to my players that they can have it. And
Mm-hmm.
I believe you will see from next year Pakistan youth development. And I show the world through you that how good talent we have. And I'm ready for $1 million arm. I'm ready to invest. If you know anyone who want to join us, I'm ready.
We're going to get
Thank you.
that word out. We're going to get on our show notes. We're going to put the show out all over social media. And I want to let the folks know, when I met the Pakistani players at the World Baseball Classic, just great, great people, great players. They were so warm and friendly. It was fun to be around them. I really enjoyed it. So, Syed, thank you very much, man. This has been a great show. Great things are going to happen just from this show. And we may have to bring you back to continue to talk about Pakistan baseball.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm always because I have no issue to visit USA. Whenever any meeting you can arrange, I would love to visit for promotion of Pakistan baseball. Thank
All
you
right, and
again.
we
Thank
we
you for
may
inviting me.
we may even have, as you say that, we may even have a Zoom call with some college coaches so they can learn more about Pakistan baseball and maybe some videos where we can show them some of the players. I
Okay,
think it'd
true.
be great
Okay,
to do that. All right,
okay.
folks, that is Syed Shah. He is the president of Pakistan Federation Baseball. Think about it. I mean, 1992 started promoting the game. His dad. They've come so far in such a short period of time. You heard the academies, the players they have. They just need some help with equipment, but other programs that we're going to assist with, whether it be ISG, whether they be the ABCA or other national organizations, we're going to get them on board. So special thank you to Syed. Special thank you to our producer, Brian Kroc with the Lineup Media Group. Of course, special thank you to everybody in the U.S. and around the world for listening to the show. Remember, just do me one favor, go to YouTube, hit that big subscribe button. We've got over 100 shows there. That helps us get the show out even more. Then we take the audio, place it on baseballoutsidethebox.com. That's our podcast, the audio part, and that's been around for 3 years. Thank you, everybody on Facebook, for joining us. Really appreciate it. I want to wish everybody in the U.S. and around the world the best. Stay safe, be well, stay healthy, and we'll see you on the next show.